Hello, my wonderful friends, brothers, sisters, family members, my returnees, and my yet to join families on YouTube. Happy to see you. You are highly welcome. God bless all of you for being part of this journey. I really appreciate you guys. Okay? Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I want you to do what? I want you to go ahead and subscribe. If you have, God bless you. If you haven't, God bless you. If you're among those that you are already purged out, God still bless you, because Bible said that all things work together for good to them that love the Lord. Okay? So, like I said, like the video, share the video, comment, and let me see what you think. And I want you to click the notification bell so that when we upload, you'll be able to get notification, okay, or get notified. But above all, I want you to subscribe to Jesus Christ. This channel is about God in heaven. It's about Jesus Christ, okay? So let's see what we have today. Blessings in affliction. Why we shouldn't scare away of being afflicted by anything. Why we shouldn't run away when things are not going the way we wanted it. Because that is your preparation to a breakthrough. If you're the one that doesn't want to, do anything that is hard, you don't want to take it to the next level, you wanted easy life, things that won't disturb you, won't stress you out, my brothers and sisters, you're not going to break through in life. Affliction leads to breakthrough. Affliction leads to success. Affliction leads to divine visitation. Do you understand? That is what afflictions can do in the life of anybody who perseveres till the end. Let us read in the Bible. Okay. So in the book of Psalm 119, verse 71. He said, but I delight in your law. No, verse 72, he said, it is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I may learn your statutes. This is David speaking here. Say that it is good that I have been afflicted, so that I may know your statutes. I learn a lot when I am in pain, when I'm going through trying time, when I'm going through tribulation. I learn a lot. And not only that, my prayer life is always at the peak. I'm not saying that I should always be in pain so that my spiritual life would be stable and stuff like that. But I am telling you that affliction in our life is a disguise that God has set to bless us, that God has set to use to catapult us to where he wants us to go. This is David speaking here. He said that the law of your mouth is better to me than thousands of coins of gold and silver. Because when you are going through affliction in your life, when you are going through stages of life, when God is preparing you to get to your next level. For instance, during the time of Joseph had a good life growing up, until the point that his own brothers connived to sell him. Things began to change from worst to worst to worst, from bad to worst to the, it looked like he's about to get a breathing space again. Boom! The witches of the West, she struck on Joseph again, and Joseph landed in prison. That is why some men of God, or you hear from some children of God, they will say from pit to prison to palace. The 3 P's in the life of Joseph was a preparation to Joseph's greatness that gave birth or preserved nations. It wasn't even one nation. That is what I'm trying for you to understand, is that your affliction in life is a blessing that God has packaged in disguise to use it not only for you, nor your family, nor your village, nor for your generation. God is preparing you to use you if only you can allow God and his will to be done. Instead of you to cut the process short, that you won't even know that you are terminating your blessing on the process. Let me show you, for instance, now. What if somebody decided to help Joseph when Joseph was imprisoned in the land of Egypt? Do you remember that one of his brother, was it Simeon, wanted to go and pull him out from the pit where they threw him? But before he got back, they have already drawn him back and sold him to the Ishmaelite. He was so devastated in his spirit. He was like, how are we going to explain this? We have shed the blood of our own. It is unexplainable. But before he get back, because God knew that him droning, for him to pull Joseph out of that very pit, is going to cut short the preparation that God is making in the life of Joseph. I don't know what you are going through today. I don't know what is going through in your life, but Bible is telling you that affliction is not bad. Affliction is preparing you for your greater tomorrow. And when you are going through a situation, don't say, God, show me the shortcut to get out of this. Say, God, take me through this process. When you take me this process, give me the wisdom to know what I ought to know on this process. Teach me what you want me to know. Because I want to know what you want me to know. I don't just want to pass through this. I want to learn something. I want to be equipped. I want to get prepared, not only in my spiritual life, in my physical life, in my financial life, in my material life. Like I said, affliction is a blessing, not only in disguise, but in making. It leads you to where you have been procrastinating. A hard situation, getting fired in a job is telling you that it is time for you to make a change. It is not time for you to go around and start, complaining and whining and doing all kinds of things. It's giving you the room for you to kneel down, pray, seek the face of the Lord, and ask God the deeper questions, and also for you to have time to listen to God. Because most of the time, instead of our prayer to be two-way something, we are praying to God and we are listening to God. We just pray and off we go. It doesn't supposed to be like that. We're supposed to learn how to commune with heaven. When we are praying, we're also listening, and God is speaking to us. God still speaks to us in that little voice, but we are too fast. We are too eager to get it done and to get out. We don't listen. We only tender our own request, but we don't get back to God. Do you understand? We don't get back to God. We don't get back to God. That is what is going on in our life. And it doesn't supposed to be like that as children of God. We need to learn how to take it both ways. So like I said, the topic is talking about affliction, blessing in making. That is to tell you that your affliction is preparing you for your greater tomorrow. It's paving way for you. It's making you to endure a lot of things that you're going to get on the process for you to get where you are going. So like I said, imagine if somebody sneak out or break Joseph away from the prison where he was in prison, falsely accused. What do you think will happen? The entire Egypt will die, and all other nations around them. The entire Israel will die. That is to say, there will be nothing like Jesus Christ today. Because the perseverance of Joseph, the process that Joseph went through in life, from his pit to prison to palace, was what preserved the entire Jewish race. That gave birth, till Jesus Christ, until the Christianity that all of us are enjoying today. Do you see the process? It wasn't an easy one. From being the loving child of the Father to being thrown in prison, in the pit, where there is snakes, where there was snakes, and now being thrown out and sold to an Ishmaelite, someone inside his mind, by the biblical genealogy, he is superior to the Ishmaelite, but he is now serving under them. That is to tell you that the process of you going into servanthood, learning something for your tomorrow, is not an abuse, but a process that God is reckoning with you, preparing you for a greater tomorrow. The topic says once again, affliction is a blessing in disguise. We read in the book of Psalm 119. We're going to read in the book of Romans chapter 5. Let's see what the Bible has to say in the book of Romans chapter 5 verse 3. Romans 5 verse 3 says that, and not only that, but we also glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulation produces perseverance, and perseverance character, and character hope. Now hope does not Now, hope does not disappoint because the love of God has been poured out in our heart by the Holy Spirit who was given to us. For when we were still without strength, in due time, Christ died for the ungodly. Did you see that? When you are going through affliction, when you are going through joblessness, when you are going through pain in your heart, when you are asking, when is all these things going to come to an end? When you don't have children yet, when you are still praying for the fruit of the womb, when you are still praying for the will of God in marriage, when you are still praying for God to give you that car, when you are still praying for one thing or the other, I am telling you, God is preparing you, God is arranging things so that you'll be able to recognize the need of this. But when you get everything in a platter, I am telling you, you are not going to attach anything like value to it. But when you allow the Spirit of God to flow, when you allow the process of servanthood, let me tell you, before the disciples of Jesus Christ became disciples, they went through the servanthood situation. They went through the apprenticeship situation. They went through those things. They went through apprenticeship. They went through process. They were trained. And after they were trained, Christ now gave them the commission. That was when they became the disciples. They can now train other people. Rome was not built in a day is one of the adage I continue hearing growing up even as I speak with you right now. So what am I trying to pass? The information I'm trying to pass to you today, my brothers and sisters, is this. Affliction is a blessing in disguise. Remember the time of the children of Israel when they are exodusing from the land of Egypt to the promised land. It wasn't an easy thing. They were going through trials. So many nations was rising up against them. There was so many killings. I don't know who I'm speaking to today. I don't know what you are going through. But God is telling you, I am preparing you for a greater tomorrow. Do not go through a shortcut to get through your situation, to pass through your condition. Allow God to finish with you. When the Amalekites began to fight the children of Israel, and God is already with them, but God is waiting for something from them. Let me see what the children of Israel are going to do. Are they going to fold their hand and say, we are not trained to be warriors? So many of us are saying that today, especially to my Biafran people. When the children of Israel was in the wilderness, they were never trained by the Egyptians to fight, because that will be like you are training your enemy on how to overthrow you. They did not go through that. But when book come to shove, what happened? They rose up. Moses said to them, God have already done everything to you. You need to start thinking like an independent human being. You are no longer in the land of Egypt, which means you are no longer under slave. You are now a free person. You need to begin to walk as a free person. You need to begin to walk as a free person. You're no longer under bondage. Because even though they are out of Egypt, but Egypt is not yet out of them. When he spoke to Joshua, Joshua was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Moses? You want me to go and fight trained soldiers? Moses said, yes. They prefer to be slave in the land of Egypt instead of them to go through the process of the wilderness and they inherit their Canaan land. I don't know what you're going through today that is going to lead you to your Canaan land. And you are murmuring and complaining, looking for a shortcut. They sought for a shortcut in the wilderness, but God was like, no, you have to go through it. And the more they murmur and complain, the more God is extending the afflictions. Are you sure that you haven't murmured your breakthrough away? I am talking to somebody, and I want you to begin to examine your life. But when they rose up, and Moses told them, I am going to go to the mountain. There, I will be watching you guys. They are like, you are not going to the war with us? So you're just going to the mountain and you're going to allow us to die here? Oh my goodness. Moses, why didn't you leave us to die in Egypt? Was it because there is no place to bury us in Egypt? Was that the reason, or is that the reason that you brought us here to die in this wilderness where there is no water, nothing? Moses was like, I have spoken. and Moses went to the mountain. They said that when the hand of Moses was up, the children of Israel will prevail. When your head is up, when you are looking unto God as your author and the finisher of faith, what is going on? You are getting your help. But when you begin to look unto men, when you begin to look for freebie from men, you are shortening your own destiny. Why can't you jump into action? Why can't you say to God, I am here. I'm not budging. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to take it. All you got to do is lead me, God. All you got to do is walk me through it. All I need from you is the grace. Because I know that you, wherever you take me, God, your grace will be sufficient for me to get through it. And the children of Israel, before they knew what was going on, the Amalekites are already slaughtering them. Where they learn how to fight, I don't know. And I pray that our God who gave them the grace to begin to fight like trained warriors, that God is going to give you the grace. It's in your personal life. It's in your marriage. It's in your business, on your children, on your career. I don't know. But one thing I know is that all you have to do is to trust in the Lord and do good. God is asking you to trust in him. When Joshua and his people turned around and started trusting God, instead of complaining and murmuring, things began to change. And they say when the hand of Moses was up, they started winning. To the level that even when he was tired, that Aaron and Hur have to held his hand and tied it on something so that his hand will remain up. Which hand have to be up for you to pass through your breakthrough? That is what you should be asking God. God, which hand have to be up for me to pass through this breakthrough? Which hand have to speak for me to go get my breakthrough? Which man have to hold me for me to get to my breakthrough? Because let me tell you, as God is a miracle God, he's going to use somebody. Who is that person? Where is your Aaron? Where is your Hur? Are they around you to be able to lift your hands up for you to get through your promised land? For you to get that victory from your enemies? For you to get that victory on your business? On that career you have been dreaming for? On that thing that you have been praying and asking God to see you through? How are you going to get through that? I'm asking you, my brothers and sisters, you have to earnestly fight. Because affliction is your next level in disguise. Affliction is your next level in every form. Affliction leads to your breakthrough. Affliction leads to your success. Affliction is your package, but you are looking at that package by the way it was packaged. Like the young man that the father, he requested a car as a gift from the father, and the father gave him a Bible. He looked at the Bible, he was like, you are a wicked man. Why are you giving me Bible when I ask you for that very particular car? No, because you cannot purchase that car for me. You have the money. You have the resources. Why are you so heartless like this? He walked away from the father. He did not take the Bible. He did not open the Bible because he judged the messenger instead of opening the message. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but I am telling you that your affliction is your blessing in disguise. Until after years, he refused not to speak with the father, and the father died. And he opened that very particular Bible and saw that the car key is inside that Bible. I don't know where your breakthrough is hiding today. And you are looking down on that very thing. That very man, that very woman, I don't know who God have set up to use to bless you. But you are looking down on that person because of the physical physique, because of the status, because of their locality, because of so many things. But I'm here to tell you, it is time for you to stop and allow the affliction and go through the process and allow God to have his way. I hope that this message has blessed you. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. Surrender your life to Jesus Christ as you subscribe to Jesus. Because if I miss you on this earth, I want to see you in heaven. God bless you as we're going to pray a short prayer before we finish. Our Father and our God, I thank you for the ears that, Lord, you have brought across this video to hear and for them to understand that their affliction is a blessing in disguise. I give you glory for the privilege you have given unto me. I give you glory for the insight. Because when the children of Israel, they stood up, they fought the Amalekites, you gave them victory. So shall you give us victory in every areas of our life. In Jesus' awesome name we pray. Amen. God bless you. I will see you next time. All right? I remain your faithful sister, Gloria. Bye-bye.